Lesson 3-4 deals with proving and ruling journal pages. Sooner or later, you're going to get to the end of the page, and you may get there before the end of the month. So what you have to do is total it up. You have to prove that your debits equal your credits, and then you will transfer the numbers to the next page so that you can continue on with your month. Again, this is for either when you run out a journal page, when you filled up your whole journal, or it's at the end of the month. So first of all, we're going to talk about proving and ruling the journal page if you run out of page and you need to continue on to the next page. What you need to do first of all is you need to add up all of the columns. So you will add up your general columns, your sales, and your cash totals, and you want to prove that these two numbers equal out. So again, all you're doing is you're adding up each of your columns, and you will fill out a form that looks like this. If these two numbers do not add up, then you have to go through and figure out what is wrong with your journal. So again, you add the columns, you add the debit totals and the credit totals, and you verify that they equal. So if you take a look at your journal page, this is what you have, a partial of your journal page. You have the full one. You are going to take a ruler. If you were doing this on paper, you will take a ruler and you will rule a single line to indicate that the columns are to be total. So you would draw a single line through all of your columns, not through your account title or your post-reference columns, just the amount column pages. And that line must be straight. Second of all, you're going to write the date that you are on. Today's date for this problem is the 23rd. The third step is you're going to write the words carried forward. Since we are bringing them up to the next page, we will write carry forward. These are not the totals for the end of the month because we still have a few days left. So we will write the words carried forward and we will place a check mark in there. Then after we have verified from the previous slide, we will write each column total below the single line. So we will write whatever we came up with for our general debit, credit, sales, cash, and cash credit, whatever the totals are for all the numbers in that column. By filling out that form on the previous slide, we know that that the debits equal the credits in your journal. If they do not, then again, you have to go find your error. When they do equal out, we will double rule under all 5 columns. Double ruling just verifies that it is, to your knowledge, that it is correct and it is balanced. Then we're going to go up to the next page. We've run out of the first page, we're going on to the next page. We're going to write the page number at the top of the journal. Since the previous page was page number 1, this is going to be page number 2. We're going to write the date in the date column. Again, since we are starting a brand new page, we have to write the day, the month, and the year. So we will fill out January 2-3, and right above it, it would be 2020 as the year. The third step is to write the words brought forward in the account title, and we will place a check mark in the post reference. And next chapter, I will explain what the post reference is all about. So you write brought forward because you're bringing those numbers from the previous page. And then you're going to record the column totals brought forward from the previous page. So you just copy the numbers from the previous page, and you will write them in there. And then you would continue on filling out your journal from page 2. Next, proving and ruling a journal at the end of the month. Once your fiscal period of a month has been completed and you are done with your journal entries, again, you are going to go through and you are going to prove that debits equal credits at the end of the fiscal period. So number 1, we're going to again draw a single rule across all 5 amount columns. Now remember, we're on page 2 of your journal from January 23rd through the 31st. We will write the date in the date column. We will write the words totals this time because we are at the end of the fiscal period, at the end of the month. We will write each column total below the single line. And then we will double rule After we have filled out that chart, prove that debits equal our credits, we will double rule. Again, double ruling means that you are finished, you have verified them as correct. And again, before you do all of this, you will fill out the form that looks like this, just to prove that your debits equal your credits. Determining that the amount of cash agrees with the accounting records is called proving cash. So not only does your debits have to equal your credits at the end of the fiscal period, you must also prove that your cash in your journals equals what you have in your checking account. So to prove cash, you're going to calculate the cash balance. You take the cash on hand at the beginning of the month. Since this is a new business, it has a zero balance. You're going to add the cash received during the month. The cash received during the month will be found in the cash debit column of your journal. You will add those two together and they equal your total. Then you're going to subtract the cash paid out during the month. Cash paid out during the month, the total would be in your cash credit column. Draw a line and you'll equal the balance at the end of the month. Verify that the check balance equals a checkbook balance on the next unused check stub in the checkbook. This will always be given to you in the problem, since you do not have a checkbook on hand. You will be given this number in your problems. And the checkbook balance on the next unused check stub is $2,597. And again, this second number down here will be in your problem all the time, again, since you don't have the checkbook. This up here, you have to figure out according to your journal. Remember, cash received during the month is the cash debit column. Cash paid out during the month is the cash credit. And remember, these two numbers must be equal. Next, you will look at your home page of accounting on Canvas, and your assignment will be listed there.